Hey everyone, this is Pradeep Kumar Saini. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, today I came with a fantastic video that is about 5 reasons why people fail in system design interview. Right? Guys, coding interview तो हो जाता है but सिस्टम डिज़ाइन सुनने में जितना इजी लगता है कि यार we don't need to do any preparation or something like that, we can easily crack the interview, but unfortunately 90% of the candidates went into the wrong direction in system design or they gone failed. Why it is happening? Is it system design is really a tough task? Do you feel system design uh, required lot of skills, or system design is something which is out of your context or your box? No, ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. But for before system design interview, you have to do very clear with the fundamentals, right? So this video is specifically about what are the 5 reasons which we can cover or we can avoid in any system design interview, right? Let's go. So my first point is lack of understanding of requirements. What exactly that means? So guys, there are two types of requirement: functional requirement and non-functional requirement. So you have to ask from the interviewer कि functional means कि you have to achieve some functionality. Maybe interviewer ask a big question like you have to design Twitter. So there are a lot of components in that, right? So you have to ask, is interviewer want to focus on a specific component or a specific component or entire design, right? And the important thing you have to notice, that is non-functional requirement. Lot of the people don't understand what is exactly the non-functional requirement. So non-functional requirement is like कि uh, the system should be distributed, 100% availability, resilient, right? So these are the non-functional requirement which basically you can to discuss about. Lot of people never ask the questions from the interviewer about non-functional requirements. So the first thing, you have to clear all these things with the interviewer, right? Now let's come to the second point, that is not talking about the capacity estimation. What exactly that means? So capacity estimations is if you are designing a large system, right? Let's say we are designing a system like Google Drive, right? So Google is basically uh, running in entire world. That means you have to serve billion of customers, right? So आपको इतने large scale पे बनाना है, so you have to ask from the interviewer कि what exactly the estimation, right? And you have to do estimation what are the exact requirements, and according to that you have to do estimation like how many users per day, how many activities per day, how many, so in that particular scenario how much storage you required, how much servers you required, right? So these infra plus the all the things kind of estimation like you have to do. Most candidate miss this particular point, and in companies like Fang and Mang, basically we essentially specifically they expect uh, candidates should go with the estimation, right? The third point is poor design basics, right? So in this basically most of the people in interview is what basically do is they draw the boxes, right? But they don't know the implementation. System design is not just drawing the boxes. We know the implementation. So poor design, so you have to choice with the basics of the design, right? You have to go through with that. So for an example, if you are drawing some boxes, this is the client, this is the API gateway, this is your load balancer, and these are the microservices 1 2 3 3 4, right? So you should understand which, and you should put some boxes like this is database, this is Redis, this is cache, whatever. So you have to understand how to data flow and how the things work like that. What is important is the connectivity, and the most important thing is you know the implementation, why this particular box is there. First and very important thing is you have to come with the basic high level diagram, and in that particular high level diagram you can give a start with a naive solution. So you are solving a simple problem, right? So first try with whatever you know, right? So you can think of, you can divide your problem into the smaller one, right, in small components, then solve, then think like कि यार what should be the microservices and what are the APIs I can use, what kind of database I can use, how the system should be like that. It is a read intensive system, it is a write intensive system, right? So you have to choose, is any transactions required in this particular system? So you have to think in particular way ki what kind of the database I have to use. And definitely if you are working for a large system, you have to think like that. The next aspect is scalability. Yes, scalability is the most important thing. Whenever we go with the system design interview, the interviewer expect you design that system works for the billions of users, right? Because this every system grow with the time, right? So you have just 45 minutes or 60 minutes, right? So you should be very precise and very specific with the design. You can start with the naive solution, then go with the scalability, right? When we talk about the scalability, then definitely we have to choose for the storage, definitely we can choose S3 or something like that. And if we talk about the database, so definitely if we are talking about the scalability, then definitely we think about ki we have to avoid overheat to database, so then we put some cache layer, and definitely we have to use a data streaming service like Kafka, and something which is serve the real time traffic, right? So guys, and when we talk about the scalability, the most important thing is ki most of the time we have to use heartbeat and system, like, so you have to introduce these things to in your system, and you have to explain really very well to the interviewer कि these are the pointers. So I have given the pointers which you can use in the scalability. You can do if you are using a MySQL database or any relational database, then you can do sharding, partitioning, right? So these concepts you pretty much aware of. At the same time, if you are using a NoSQL database like MongoDB and all, then you can use a cluster, right? So it can easily manageable, right? So scalability means you have to do things on a scale, and you have to put a cache layer as well. Don't miss the cache layer, and think like in a way ki you can you distribute your read and write? Can you do a replication? Can you choose multiple databases? So these are the pointers which you can introduce, and think specifically related to the problem which is given into the interview, right? One and the last, the point, that is the fifth point, that is mostly candidate never discuss the trade-offs, right? So this is the most important aspect any interviewer expect. So you have to discuss about the trade-offs, right? So you have to discuss ki this things work well on this particular requirement, this thing will not work with this particular requirement. So many of the candidate miss this particular thing. So, and specifically when we are discussing trade-off, we specifically very precise about the why I have choose this and why I have not choose this. So this is the important. And trade-off I have seen, because I have also gone through with lot of system design interviews, and also uh, I have taken a lot of interviews, right? I have seen 95% folks basically never discuss about the trade-off of design. Guys, this is the most important aspect. You have to discuss these. So these are the 5 things which I discussed today. I hope this really help in your next upcoming interview. Please tell me your experience in comment. Bye.